Hey, what's up? What's going on out there? I'm about to check out this video about ex gangbanger out in Cali in LA named Big U. Now he just was brought up on some charges, big indictment on his whole set. Now I found his whole story interesting because he started off gang banging like really like hardcore LA gang banger, whatever time they be on out there with that stuff. So it looked like he tried to change his life and try to, mentor the youth and do something positive. And I saw an interview not too long, maybe a year ago or something, and he was talking about like correcting his wrongs and things like that. And the dude seemed genuine. Then he get popped for this. But I'm gonna give my 1-2 on and let the video play.
Updating breaking news just coming into our newsroom. 2 fugitives wanted by the FBI, including a longtime accused LA gang leader, now in custody tonight.
Let's get right to Mark Robles, who joins us now with new developments live in the newsroom. Mark?
Yeah, David and Ellen, good evening. We've been following this story throughout the day. Federal officers arrested more than a dozen members tied to the gang known as the Rollin' 60s Neighborhood Crips, though its leader was on the run. Well, within the last 20 minutes, the FBI announcing that man, Eugene Henley Jr., a.k.a. Big U, is now in custody. We have just learned new details that Henley turned himself in. Earlier, Air 7 was overhead as some of the alleged gang members were being processed at the FBI's LA field office. 19 were indicted. The FBI says Henley headed up the local Crips gang for decades. Investigators say that he painted himself as an entertainment executive who's been giving back to the community with various charities, but they say Henley is a violent criminal. A woman who knew him says that he has had a positive impact on the community.
He was incredible, whether it was a 7-year-old child or a 50-year-old former gang member coming out of incarceration. His ability to communicate and relate was excellent. If these charges...
Well, from the charges and all, the indictment papers and everything like that, it seems like he was using that ability she's talking about as a mask. Like, that wasn't really who he was. Like, he wasn't trying to be a positive community leader or change people's lives and things like that. He was just using it as a front. That's what it looks like to me. And which is sad because it was probably a lot of kids that looked up to him and he was out there just doing the wrong stuff.
Are true because they're still allegations. They are not a done deal. They're allegations. If they're true, then Eugene Henley was somebody who presented 2 faces to this world.
Well, she hit it right on the head. She said exactly what I was just thinking.
Charges in this gang bust range from racketeering to murder. A second fugitive the FBI was looking for was also apprehended. The FBI says Henley is from the Hyde Park area of South LA. If convicted, he would face a max sentence of life in federal prison. We are told that he should be in court tomorrow. Live in the newsroom, Mark Robles, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. David, back to you.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
Well, that's the end of the video pretty much. And like I said, it'll be really sad if it's true. Like he was just using his whatever business is and the nonprofit stuff as a front to run his, his gang enterprise and stuff. They talking about murder, extortion, things like that. Like, it's a shame because these young people try to look up to you as an example. And when that example is tarnished, that's when there's no leadership, and then thoughts run wild and kids run rampant because they don't believe in leadership. But like I said, if it's true, then he's just a big useless. That's what he should change his name to, honestly. And it's just sad. But that's my 1-2 on it. Leave your commentary. Let me know what you think.